EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Oh, he shifts past him. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he went from being the surprise pick of the first round to the full-time starter late in the season, and now he has a chance to take this team to new heights starting in 2025. Really was impressed with him down the stretch, going head-to-head with Jaden Daniels in a huge game. Now he could be their franchise quarterback for the next 10 years.
Over the middle, caught by London. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And looking to throw, Penix. And he's going to get this inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
A play fake. Now Penix. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Throw left side, there's London. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
For the point after.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
From nearby Norcross, Georgia, it's Alvin Kamara. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3. Now Rattler. Buying time to his left. And he is going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Here's the occasional ball carrier. It's Taysom Hill. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
The point after, good by Groupie. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now Penix. This is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rattler wants to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here's Blake Groupie now for the Saints field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Looking to throw, Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7. Here's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's got this down to the 35.
A gain of 10 yards.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
To the air, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now second and 3. A first carry for Tyler Algier. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves him with third and just a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Robinson is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll throw with Penix to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Ray McLeod from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's Rattler. Finding Alvin Kamara for the completion. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards. First down, Saints.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Saints first down.
That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, it's Rattler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Running here is Taysom Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have moved out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Groupie for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Saints 17.
So this drive spans 7 plays.
14.
And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 15. Short throw caught by Pitts. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. That is caught. He's to the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 78 yards. And the Falcons have yet again retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Coup now for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Falcons.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Rattler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
At the 4-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To the air is Rattler. Got a man, it's Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Mooney. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Wow, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Back at the 25-yard line.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to have a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And looking to throw, Penix. And caught by London. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Operating from the gun, Penix being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. From the shotgun, Rattler. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Saints first down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll go play action here with Rattler. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Rattler wants to throw it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Rattler. And that's complete to Cooks. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, what a move. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Penix. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2 on the
Completion
play.
was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And London, the motion man right. Penix working out of the gun here. And this will be caught by Mooney. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Second down and 8. Here's Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
They'll throw with Penix. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That was pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Now he'll try to run with this. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, the fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. First and 10, all tied here in the fourth. Handoff now to Robinson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 35, back to work on second and 4. In motion goes the tight end. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Falcons, first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Again, it's Robinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Looking to throw, Penix. Flushed out right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. A quick throw there is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Koo knocks this one through the post. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll begin by running the option. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Coming left is Kamara. Now he's free at the 35. And finally down at the 9-yard line. And the elder statesman with a big run. He's hit that dreaded 3-0. He still can churn it.
I love the way you treat him with respect.
Respect.
Elder statesman. You didn't just call him an old guy or anything like that.
Call you an elder statesman.
I love the way he can still play. Talk about running it with savvy now.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second down, goal to go. Back to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
The point after, good by Groupie. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Falcons 27.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This pass is caught by London. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Over the middle, caught by London.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
At the Saints' 19-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
Hey, you've got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Here's first down. And looking to throw, Penix. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
At the 7-yard line.
So a second down here, 17 seconds to play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Saints 31.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. He's got his target. It's Olave. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing is Rattler. Into the hands of Cooks. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
A gain of 7 and a Saints first down.
Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Rattler. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.